Yo guys, what is up? CP, the one and only Match Gamer, and I'm here to kind of start, I don't know if I'm starting a new series or not, but I definitely want to keep up on all the Star Wars news that is coming out, and I would love to just talk with you guys about it. I know my Star Wars 1313 video did well, and you know, that was a while back, but I'm still excited for that game coming out. There's a lot of new Star Wars games, like this new Star Wars Pinball game that's coming out. There's a bunch of new ways that this whole Star Wars universe can expand now because it's in the hands of Disney. And whether you think that's a good thing or not is kind of, well, we don't really have any control over it. But anyway, and first and foremost, any of the articles I ever talk about are going to be in the description below. And also, I do want to mention that I am playing Star Wars Republic Commando, which is, I would say, a hidden gem on the Xbox, original Xbox. I almost said 360, but it's the original Xbox I'm playing on. This game is epic. That's all I gotta say. One of the hidden gems. If you're ever looking for a good $10 game, if you can still find it, it's a pretty awesome game. So let's go into Star Wars. There's a Star Wars pinball game coming out pretty soon. Actually, they just announced. And it's going to be available, as far as I know, Star Wars Pinball is going to be available on like pretty much every platform you could imagine. It's going to be on Apple, Google Play, Windows platforms, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, you name it. It'll be on some kind of mobile device or tablet or gaming system. So I'm pretty excited. So pretty much it's available for everybody. And sometimes that doesn't always happen. Sometimes there's exclusive rights for some reason or another. And this game looks pretty darn cool. I'm not the biggest pinball fan, but if they can keep this around $10, I might actually buy, I might just pick it up just to have a good time, like whatever. And some of the levels look really good, very detailed, and of course, you know, any Star Wars fan would really enjoy it. I also want to talk about Obsidian is thinking about, or they have been pitching a new Star Wars RPG. And say what you will about Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, I think that would be pretty cool if they did, if they made another game. I know it was actually widely popular and all that. In fact, it's crazy popular. There's also a lot of other companies that could make some epic games if they had the Star Wars license. And I feel like Disney should just allow certain companies to... we're in an experimental phase, but it would be cool just to see like Bethesda get their hands on a Star Wars game, or you have Gearbox, who made Borderlands 2. Imagine a Borderlands 2 type Star Wars game in this day and age with the new consoles coming out and whatever. Would be epic. Speaking of epic, like, they would make a great game too. I know they're kind of... they're going through a lot right now. I mean, Cliff Belinsky left, a bunch of other people left, but they make a pretty cool game too. Hell, even Treyarch and Activision could make a pretty cool, and I'm sorry, Infinity Ward could make a good, like, imagine an FPS shooter like Battlefront, maybe a Battlefront 3, but done Call of Duty style. Would be epic. I mean, that would just be so awesome. The possibilities are endless. But, whatever. So, that's that. Also, the biggest news really is that there will be some type of Star Wars solo movies. Now, let me explain. There's going to be a trilogy. We all know that. Everybody that follows Star Wars news knows that there's going to be a Star Wars trilogy. We don't know exactly if it's going to be remakes or if it's going to be a whole new story, whatever. I mean, I'm chomping at the bit to find out what this series is actually going to be about. But there's going to be now solo movies that they're reporting that might have Yoda, Han Solo, and Boba Fett. Now, this could be good news or bad news. And in fact, it might actually be bad news, to be honest with you, because if that means they're remaking the Star Wars franchise, like I said in my other video, I'm not down with that. I do not think they should remake that story. We've already done it. We've had 6 movies on it. Let's move on. And there's so much else going on in the Star Wars universe that it could go other ways. But solo movies sound cool, like a Yoda, you know, whatever. The start of Yoda, an origin story, or even Han Solo, Boba Fett, would be pretty darn cool. I'm not going to sit here and lie, but at the same time, focusing on one character throughout the whole movie, could that Star Wars has always been about, at least in the movies, has always been about one. I'm sorry, it's been about like 50 different characters going on and different storylines. But it would be cool. And then who would play Han Solo? That's my biggest problem. Who would actually be able to take over the Harrison Ford epic role? Like, I just don't see that happening. And a lot of purists out there would have a problem with that. And I kind of agree with them, to be honest with you. But anyway, that's it, guys. Never Eat Soggy Waffles. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you're still here, click that like button if you got an extra 5 seconds on you. And I don't know, I got more coming. I love you guys. Never Eat Soggy Waffles. I'm out. Peace.
Commentaries, gameplays, and vlogs all are found on CP's channel that you're watching now. But take a small disclaimer, y'all in danger. You're now tuned into the Monster Gamer.